The universe is always listening, responding to the energy of your words. Speak of lack, and lack is given. Speak of prosperity, and the doors of abundance open. This audiobook teaches you the ancient art of word alchemy, so you can shape your life with the power of your voice. The Power Dialogue. Introduction. Through the fog of ages, an enduring truth has resonated across eons. Your words shape your existence, not just as thoughts expressed, but as vibrations that permeate the very fabric of creation. Every syllable you speak holds the potential to bring forth or obliterate, to construct or ruin, to uplift or diminish your reality. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, functions as a mirror, reflecting back the frequency of your words. When you speak of scarcity, the universe magnifies that vibration. When you speak of prosperity, the cosmic forces align to echo your declaration. This is not mere chance or mystical thinking. It is the fundamental law that governs all creation. Think of your words as seeds planted in the fertile soil of universal consciousness. Each thought you voice, whether silently or aloud, takes root and grows into the garden of your experience. Your casual complaints become towering trees of discontent, while your expressions of gratitude blossom into flowers of abundance. The ancient masters understood this profound connection between speech and manifestation. They knew that words were not simply tools for communication, but instruments of creation. In their temples and sacred spaces, they practiced the art of conscious speech, carefully selecting each word to harmonize with their deepest desires. You possess the same creative power. Every moment presents an opportunity to align your speech with your highest aspirations. The universe does not judge your words as positive or negative. It simply responds to the vibration you emit. Your task is to become aware of this power and wield it with intention. As you journey through these pages, you will discover how to transmute ordinary speech into declarations of power. You will learn to recognize the subtle energies carried by your words and harness them for manifestation. The language you use will become a conscious choice rather than an unconscious habit. Part 1. Awakening the Sacred Voice. Chapter 1. The Unseen Language of Creation. In the mist-shrouded hills of an ancient valley, Leonard Whitmore spent his days studying the sacred texts of forgotten civilizations. His small cottage, filled with weathered manuscripts and time-worn scrolls, held secrets that would transform his understanding of existence itself. One stormy evening, as thunder rolled across the darkened sky, Leonard discovered a manuscript unlike any other. Its pages, though crumbling with age, contained wisdom about the vibrational nature of speech. As he studied through the night, he began to understand why his life had unfolded as it had. Every word he'd spoken had been a spell, every utterance a seed planted in the cosmic field. For years, Leonard had lived in poverty, his words unconsciously reinforcing his condition. "I never have enough," he would say. "Things are always difficult." The universe, faithful to its laws, had manifested these declarations with unwavering precision. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Leonard began to transform his speech. He spoke with intention, choosing words that aligned with abundance rather than lack. Where once he had said, "I can't afford it," he now declared, "I am blessed with increasing prosperity." His casual complaints became statements of gratitude, his doubts transformed into certainties. The shift was subtle at first, an unexpected gift here, an opportunity there. But as Leonard continued to purify his speech, the changes accelerated. Within months, his research received recognition. Publishers sought his works, and abundance flowed naturally into his life. This power of intentional speech lies dormant within you as well. Your words are not mere sounds dissipating into the air. They are energetic blueprints that the universe follows with exact precision. When you say, "I'm trying to succeed," you embed the energy of effort and struggle into your reality. But when you declare, "I succeed naturally and easily," you command the universal forces to align with your success. The ancient practice of word alchemy. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Stand with your feet firmly planted on the ground, feeling the earth's energy rising through your body. Take 3 deep breaths and begin to speak these words with authority. I now command the creative force of the universe through my speech. My words carry the power of manifestation. I speak with intention, and the universe responds. Every word I utter creates my reality. I am the master of my speech and therefore the master of my destiny. Repeat this declaration 3 times each morning, feeling the vibration of each word resonating through your being. Let your voice grow stronger with each repetition, knowing that you are reprogramming the energetic field around you. As you speak these sacred words, imagine them radiating outward like ripples in a cosmic pool, touching the very fabric of creation. Feel how each syllable carries the weight of your intention, how each phrase shapes the invisible forces that govern your reality. This ancient practice of vocal manifestation has been used by mystics and sages throughout the ages to align their will with the creative power of the universe. Chapter 2. The Echo of Your Thoughts. Conversations that Shape Destiny. In a small apartment overlooking a bustling city, Eleanor Hadley lived surrounded by the echoes of her own defeated words. Each morning she would wake to mutter, "Another difficult day ahead." Each evening she would sigh, "Nothing ever works out for me." Her life had become a testament to these unconscious prophecies, a mirror reflecting back every word she spoke into the void. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, had been listening. When Eleanor whispered, "I'll never get that promotion," the cosmic forces arranged circumstances to match her declaration. When she told friends, "I always attract the wrong people," her relationships unfolded exactly as she had spoken them into being. Yet within Eleanor dwelled a power she had yet to recognize. Her words, like seeds scattered in fertile soil, grew into the very experiences she most feared. "I'm always running out of money," she would say, and sure enough, unexpected expenses would arise. "I'm not good enough," she muttered in moments of doubt, and opportunities passed her by, confirming her spoken beliefs. Through years of unconscious self-sabotage, Eleanor had woven a web of limitation around herself. Her internal dialogue became a constant stream of defeat. "Why does everything have to be so hard? I'll never figure this out. Life is such a struggle." Each phrase was a command to the universal forces, which faithfully manifested her spoken reality. But the universe holds no judgment. It simply reflects back what we project into it. Your words are not mere expressions of thought. They are creative forces that shape the energetic blueprint of your existence. Every time you speak, you engage in a sacred dialogue with the infinite, and it responds with perfect precision to your declarations. The ancient practice of word awareness. Take a small journal and carry it with you for 1 full day. Each time you catch yourself speaking or thinking about your life circumstances, write down your exact words. At day's end, sit in silence and review what you have written. Now, beside each limiting statement, write its empowering opposite. "I never have enough" becomes "I am abundantly provided for." "Why does this always happen to me?" becomes "I attract positive experiences naturally." "I'm not ready" becomes "I am fully prepared and capable." Speak each new declaration aloud 3 times, feeling the vibration of these powerful words resonating through your body. Let your voice carry the authority of one who understands the creative power of speech, for the universe responds to conviction and certainty. These are not mere affirmations. They are commands to the universal forces that shape your reality. As you speak, envision the energy of your words radiating outward like ripples on a still pond, touching and transforming the very fabric of your existence. Feel the subtle shift in your being as these higher truths replace the old patterns of thought. Chapter 3. The universe is always listening. In a modest bookshop on the corner of an old street, Rupert Ashford spent his days surrounded by stories of others while unconsciously narrating his own tale of limitation. "Business is always slow these days," he would tell himself, watching potential customers pass by his window. "The big chains are killing small shops like mine," he'd mutter, and sure enough, his words manifested as truth. Each morning, Rupert would unlock his shop door with the same heavy sigh, speaking into existence another day of scarcity. "Just enough to get by" became his daily refrain, and the universe, ever faithful to his commands, provided exactly that, no more, no less. But one morning, while reorganizing dusty volumes in the metaphysical section, an ancient text slipped from its shelf, falling open at his feet. As Rupert bent to retrieve it, his eyes caught a single line. "Your words are orders to the infinite." Something stirred within him, a recognition of a truth he had always known but never understood. That evening, alone in his shop, Rupert began to observe his own speech. He noticed how often he spoke of struggle, of lack, of impossibility. "I can't afford to renovate. Nobody reads real books anymore. It's impossible to compete." Each phrase was a command, issued with unwitting authority to a universe that never questioned, only obeyed. The power of your words extends beyond mere communication. They are cosmic instructions, blueprints that the universe follows with unwavering precision. When you speak of lack, you command it into being. When you declare limitation, you draw boundaries around your potential. The universe does not judge your words as positive or negative. It simply delivers experiences that match their vibration. Rupert's transformation began with a simple shift in his daily declarations. Instead of "business is slow," he started saying, "Customers are discovering this shop's treasures every day." Rather than lamenting about competition, he spoke of his unique value. "This shop offers wisdom and personal connection that cannot be found elsewhere." The ancient practice of vibrational command. Find a quiet space where you can be alone. Close your eyes and place your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. This is the pulse of creation itself within you. Now speak these words with the authority of one who understands their creative power. "I am the master of my reality, speaking into existence all that I desire. My words carry the power of creation, and the universe responds to my commands. I choose my words with wisdom, knowing they shape the very fabric of my experience. Through my conscious speech, I create a life of abundance, joy, and unlimited possibility." Repeat this declaration 3 times each morning before you begin your day, and 3 times each evening before you rest. Let each word resonate through your being, feeling the vibration of truth as it aligns with the creative forces of the universe. Chapter 4. Breaking Free from the Language of Lack. In a small apartment overlooking a bustling city, Henrietta Dunmore sat at her desk each evening, meticulously tracking her expenses. "I'll never get ahead," she would whisper, watching her savings dwindle despite her careful planning. "Money slips through my fingers," became her daily lament, and like water answering gravity's call, wealth indeed flowed away from her grasp. Her words were invisible chains, each link forged from phrases like, "I can't afford it," "That's too expensive for someone like me," and "I'll always struggle with money." These seemingly innocent statements were, in truth, powerful incantations that the universe faithfully honored, yet the turning point came unexpectedly. While organizing her closet, Henrietta found an old journal from her childhood. Within its pages, she discovered entries filled with dreams and possibilities, written before she had learned to speak the language of limitation. "I will travel the world," her younger self had written. "I will help others and live in abundance." The contrast between her past dreams and present words struck her with the force of revelation. Every day she had been casting spells of scarcity, and the universe, ever responsive to the vibration of spoken thought, had manifested exactly what she declared. "Your words are not mere expressions of circumstance, they are architects of reality. When you speak of constant struggle, you command struggle to persist. When you declare that prosperity is beyond your reach, you draw a line that the universe cannot cross. The law is absolute. Your dominant thoughts, expressed through words, become your dominant experience." The speech detox ritual: sit in silence with a blank journal before you. For the next 7 days, record every phrase you speak about money, success, and abundance. Notice the hidden limitations in common expressions. "I'll try," suggesting possible failure; "if only," declaring current lack; "I hope," implying uncertainty. Now transform each limiting phrase into a declaration of power. Instead of "I can't afford it," declare, "I choose to direct my wealth toward what serves my highest good." Replace "money is hard to come by" with "wealth flows to me through expected and unexpected channels." Transform "I'll never get ahead" into "I am advancing in prosperity every day." Speak your new declarations aloud each morning as you face the rising sun, allowing the first light of dawn to illuminate your words with golden possibility. Let each word vibrate with the certainty of natural law, resonating from the depths of your being into the infinite expanse of creation. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you declare with unwavering conviction. For just as surely as the sun rises each day, your words shape the reality that unfolds before you. Feel the power of your declarations merge with the ancient rhythm of daybreak, knowing that each syllable carries the force of transformation. Chapter 5: The Sacred Art of Affirmative Speech. In the heart of a thriving merchant city, Nathaniel Cross walked through the marketplace with an unusual demeanor. While others haggled and fretted over prices, he moved with quiet certainty, speaking words that seemed to defy his circumstances. "I am blessed with abundance," he would state, even when his purse held little. "My business prospers beyond measure," he declared, though his shop had just opened. Those who knew him thought his manner strange, for he spoke not of what he wished to have, but of what he claimed was already his. "My customers find exactly what they seek in my establishment," he would say, and mysteriously people began to discover unique treasures in his modest shop. "I attract opportunities that multiply my wealth," he would affirm, and partnerships materialized as though summoned by his words. The power lay not in the words themselves, but in the unwavering certainty with which he spoke them. Each statement was a seed planted in fertile soil, watered with his absolute conviction. He understood a truth most overlooked. The universe responds not to desperate pleading, but to clear commands spoken in present time. Your words must mirror the reality you wish to create, not the one you wish to escape. When you say, "I will be successful," you push success eternally into the future. But when you declare, "I am successful," you summon that reality into the present moment. The universe knows no time. It only knows the vibration of your current declaration. The vibrational alignment practice. Stand before a mirror at sunrise or sunset, when the veil between potential and manifestation is thinnest. Look into your own eyes and speak these words with the certainty of one who knows they are already true. I'm a magnet for prosperity in all its forms. Wealth flows to me naturally and effortlessly. My words shape reality with divine precision. Everything I touch transforms into success. I am aligned with infinite abundance. Speak each affirmation 3 times, allowing your voice to resonate with increasing power. Feel the vibration of each word in your body, knowing that as you speak, the universe rearranges itself to match your declaration. Let your words carry the weight of absolute knowing, for it is this certainty that bridges the gap between speaking and becoming. With each repetition, your voice should grow stronger, more assured, as though you are calling forth your destined reality from the depths of infinite possibility. Let the sound fill your chest, your throat, your entire being, for you are not merely speaking words, but encoding new patterns into the fabric of creation itself. Trust that each syllable carries the sacred power of transformation, awakening dormant forces that have waited lifetimes to serve your highest purpose. Chapter 6. The Hidden Codes in Everyday Words. In the bustling streets of a coastal town, Edmund Farthing ran his small bookshop, unknowingly weaving a web of limitation with every casual word. "I'm barely getting by," he would mutter as he counted the day's earnings. "Business is tough these days," he'd tell his customers, not realizing these simple phrases carried frequencies that shaped his reality. Each morning he opened his shop with the same tired words. "Let's hope for the best." Hope, a word that seems positive but actually vibrates with uncertainty, keeping success at arm's length. His vocabulary was filled with such hidden traps. Trying, maybe, if only, somehow. These words, seemingly innocent, carried frequencies of doubt and hesitation. Then one day an ancient text fell from his shelves, a treatise on the vibrational nature of language. As he read, understanding dawned. Every word carries an energetic signature, a frequency that ripples through the quantum field. "I'm trying to succeed" vibrates differently from "I succeed." "I hope to prosper" holds a vastly different energy than "I prosper." Edmund began studying his own speech patterns, noting how often he used words that diminished his power. "I'll try to make it work" became "I make it work." "Business is tough" transformed into "business flows abundantly." The shift was subtle yet profound, like turning a key in an invisible lock. As his awareness grew, he noticed how certain words felt heavy in his mouth, while others seemed to lift his entire being. Problem became opportunity. Difficult became rewarding. If became when. With each conscious shift, the energy in his shop transformed. Customers commented on the changed atmosphere, though nothing physical had been altered. The vibrational word transformation. Take 3 breaths to center yourself. On a piece of parchment, write down the phrases you speak most often. Next to each one, feel its vibrational quality. Does it resonate with power or limitation? Now transform each phrase. Instead of "I hope," write "I know." Replace "I'll try" with "I do." Transform maybe into certainly. Shift if to when. Change I want to I have. Convert I should to I choose. Speak each new phrase aloud, feeling how it resonates in your body. Notice the difference in energy between the old and new words, how limitation dissolves into possibility with each shift in language. Let your voice carry the certainty of one who understands the power of precise language. Feel the vibration of these empowered words in your chest, your throat, your very being. As you practice these transformations, your voice will naturally align with the frequency of manifestation, carrying the unwavering confidence of truth. Chapter 7. Unlocking the Commanding Voice Within. In the grand halls of commerce, Reginald Whitaker moved with an air of absolute certainty. When he spoke, his words carried a weight that seemed to bend reality itself. "The contract will be signed by noon," he would state, not as a prediction but as an already accomplished fact. And invariably it was. What set Reginald's speech apart wasn't volume or force, but an unwavering certainty that resonated in every syllable. He never wished or hoped, he declared. His voice carried the quiet authority of one who knows the universe bends to aligned intention. The secret lay not in what he said, but in how he said it. Each word emerged from a place of completed manifestation, as though he spoke from a future where his desire had already materialized. When he declared, "The deal is done," the very atoms of creation rushed to align with his statement. The power of the commanding voice lies in its complete absence of doubt. It speaks not to influence others, but to align with universal forces. This voice emerges from your solar plexus, the seat of personal power, and carries the resonance of absolute knowing. To access this voice requires more than mere volume or assertion. It demands alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and words. When you speak with the commanding voice, you are not trying to convince anyone, not even yourself. You are simply stating what is from a place of unshakable knowing. The ancient voice practice. Find a quiet space where you can speak freely. Stand tall, feet planted firmly on the ground. Place one hand on your solar plexus, the area just below your ribcage. Begin with a simple declaration. I am. Feel these words rise from your center, carrying the weight of absolute truth. Let your voice resonate with the certainty of your existence. Now speak these phrases, each time allowing them to emerge from your solar plexus with increasing authority. I command my reality. My words shape existence. The universe responds to my voice. Feel how each statement emerges not from your throat but from your core. Notice how your body naturally aligns with this power, how your spine straightens, how your breath deepens. This is not about volume, it's about resonance. Speak as though the universe has no choice but to comply, not because you force it, but because your words and reality are one and the same. Practice until you feel the shift. When your voice no longer carries doubt or hesitation, but rings with the clear tone of certainty. This is the voice that commands reality, the voice that turns thought into form, the voice that shapes destiny. Chapter 8. The Mirror Effect. How your words reflect your reality. In the quiet corners of her antique shop, Lucille Pembroke arranged delicate treasures while muttering familiar phrases. "Nothing ever works out for me," she would say, straightening a crystal vase. "I'll never get ahead," as she dusted an old mirror. Day after day, her words painted her reality in shades of limitation. Then one morning, as sunlight streamed through the shop windows, Lucille caught her reflection in an ornate Victorian mirror. In that moment, she saw more than her physical form. She witnessed the manifestation of every word she had spoken, the empty shop, the mounting bills, the constant struggles, all perfect reflections of her daily dialogue. This mirror moment awakened her to a fundamental truth. Your speech creates a blueprint that reality faithfully reproduces. Each complaint becomes a building block. Each declaration of lack forms another wall in your prison of limitation. Your words are not mere expressions of your reality. They are the architects of it. When you speak of struggle, the universe presents more opportunities for struggle. When you declare impossibility, circumstances align to prove you right. The language you use forms patterns like ripples in a pond, extending outward to shape your experiences. These patterns become the template from which your life is cast. Each time you speak of limitation, you reinforce that template. Each expression of doubt deepens the groove of that pattern. The mirror of speech practice. For 7 days, carry a small notebook. Record every significant statement you make about your life, your circumstances, and your possibilities. Note both spoken words and internal dialogue. At day's end, sit before a mirror. Read each statement aloud while looking into your own eyes. Feel how each declaration resonates within you. Does it lift or lower your energy? Does it expand or contract your sense of possibility? Now examine your life circumstances. See how each area, wealth, relationships, opportunities, reflects the dominant patterns in your speech. Where you find limitation in your life, you will find its echo in your words. For each limiting statement discovered, create its empowered opposite. Transform "I can't afford it" into "I attract abundant opportunities." Replace "nothing ever works out" with "everything aligns for my highest good." This practice reveals the hidden architecture of your reality, allowing you to consciously reshape it through intentional speech. Your words are the chisel with which you carve your destiny. Use them wisely. Like a master sculptor who sees the masterpiece within raw stone, you must learn to wield your words with precision and purpose. Each thought you speak ripples through the fabric of your existence, either strengthening or weakening the foundation of your desired reality. Choose to speak with the authority of one who understands this sacred power, for in doing so you align yourself with the creative force of the universe itself. Chapter 9: The Forbidden Words That Cancel Your Power. In the heart of the financial district, Maximilian Drake stood before his office window, repeating affirmations of success. Yet despite his diligence, prosperity remained elusive. Unknown to him, a single word undermined every intention he set forth. "I hope to secure this contract," he would say. Hope, a word that seems positive on the surface, yet carries the vibration of uncertainty. Each time he spoke of hope, he pushed his desires into a distant future that never arrived. The universe responds to certainty, not wishful thinking. Words like hope, try, maybe, and should carry hidden frequencies of doubt. They are the invisible barriers between intention and manifestation, the subtle saboteurs of creation. When you say, "I'll try," you embed the possibility of failure into your declaration. When you speak of hoping for an outcome, you acknowledge its absence in your present reality. These words place your desires in an unreachable tomorrow, forever separated from your now. The language of creation is absolute. It knows no uncertainty, no hesitation, no doubt. The universe does not understand maybe. It only recognizes is or is not. When you declare, "I am, I have, I create," you align with the present moment where all manifestation occurs. Through Maximilian's awakening, he learned to strip these power-draining words from his vocabulary. I hope to succeed became I succeed. I'll try to improve transformed into I improve. Maybe things will work out shifted to everything works out perfectly. The power word transformation. Take a blank page and draw a line down its center. On the left, list every uncertain word in your vocabulary: hope, try, maybe, should, might, could, wish, someday. These are the words that drain power from your intentions. On the right side, write their absolute counterparts. Replace hope with no, try with do, maybe with absolutely, should with will, might with shall, could with can, wish with command, someday with now. For 3 days, speak only in absolutes. Eliminate all words of uncertainty from your dialogue. When you catch yourself using a power-draining word, immediately correct it with its empowered alternative. Feel the shift in energy as you move from passive hoping to active commanding. Your words are either aligned with creation or opposed to it. There is no middle ground, no space for hesitation or doubt in the universal laws that govern manifestation. Each time you speak with uncertainty, you create distance between yourself and your desires, pushing your dreams further into a nebulous future that never arrives. But when you declare with absoluteness, you collapse that distance, bringing manifestation into your present moment. The universe responds to certainty with certainty, to conviction with creation. Your words are the bridge between thought and form, between potential and reality. Choose them with the authority of one who knows their power. Chapter 10. The First Ritual of Power, Rewriting Your Daily Speech. In the quiet hours before dawn, Harriet Winslow sat at her wooden desk, a single candle illuminating the darkness. Before her lay 3 objects: a blank journal, an hourglass, and a mirror. For years she had spoken without awareness, her words casting shadows across her path. But on this morning, she discovered an ancient practice that would forever alter the way she communicated with the universe. The ritual began with silence. As the first rays of sunlight touched the horizon, Harriet opened her journal and wrote every word she commonly spoke. Hour after hour, she filled the pages with her habitual phrases, unconscious patterns emerging like shadows in the candlelight. "I can't afford it," she had often said. "Things never work out for me. I'm not lucky enough." Each phrase revealed itself as a spell she had cast upon her own existence. When the hourglass emptied its last grain of sand, she faced the mirror. In its reflection, she saw not just herself, but every reality her words had created. With deliberate intention, she spoke each limiting phrase aloud, feeling its vibration, understanding its power. Then, one by one, she crossed them out in her journal, replacing each with its empowered counterpart. "I can't afford it" became "I attract abundant resources." "Things never work out for me" transformed into "everything aligns perfectly in my favor." "I'm not lucky enough" shifted to "I am blessed with infinite opportunities." The mirror ritual serves as a gateway between old patterns and new realities. Through this practice, you witness the immediate effect of your words on your energetic field. Each phrase you speak creates a ripple in the universe, and these ripples become the waves that carry you toward or away from your desires. The first ritual of power. At sunrise, gather these items: a journal, a timepiece, and a mirror. Spend 1 hour writing every habitual phrase you speak. Face the mirror and speak each phrase aloud, observing how your energy shifts with each utterance. Cross out limiting words and replace them with empowered declarations. For 7 days, perform this ritual at the same time each morning. Speak your new declarations into the mirror, feeling their vibration reshape your reality. On the seventh day, burn the pages containing your old phrases while speaking your new declarations with absolute authority. This ritual does more than change words, it restructures your entire vibrational field. Through conscious observation and deliberate replacement, you establish new neural pathways that automatically generate empowered speech. The mirror serves as a witness to your transformation, reflecting back the immediate impact of your words on your energetic signature. As you stand before your reflection each morning, you become both observer and observed, master and student of your own metamorphosis. The timepiece ensures your practice aligns with the cosmic rhythms of dawn, when the veil between intention and manifestation grows thinnest. Each declaration ripples through the quantum fabric of reality, creating new patterns of possibility in your personal universe. Part 2. Speaking into existence, the dialogue of manifestation. Chapter 11. The Law of Vibrational Speech. In the bustling marketplace of his village, Bartholomew Finch spoke endlessly of his dreams, watching as they seemed to dissipate like morning mist. Day after day he proclaimed his intentions to the world, yet nothing changed. Until one morning, while studying the vibrations of a merchant's bell, he noticed something extraordinary. The bell's clear tone created ripples in a nearby bowl of water. As he watched the patterns form and dissolve, understanding dawned. His words, too, created invisible ripples in the fabric of existence. That evening, in the silence of his chamber, Bartholomew began to experiment. He spoke his usual phrases. I wish to be prosperous. I hope to succeed. Maybe someday. But now, listening with newfound awareness, he detected the weakness in these utterances. They carried the frequency of uncertainty, of distance, of doubt. He then altered his speech, infusing each word with the resonance of certainty. I am prosperous. Success flows to me naturally. My time is now. The very air seemed to vibrate differently, humming with potential. Within days, opportunities began materializing. A chance encounter led to a profitable venture. An old debt was unexpectedly repaid. The universe, it seemed, had been listening all along, not just to his words, but to their energetic signature. Your voice carries frequencies that shape the quantum field around you. Each word emanates a specific vibration, attracting corresponding realities into your experience. When you speak with doubt, hesitation, or weakness, you emit frequencies that manifest matching circumstances. But when your words resonate with certainty and power, you activate forces that align with your intentions. The vocal resonance practice. Find a quiet space where you can speak freely. Begin by humming a single note, feeling its vibration in your chest. Now speak these words with increasing power. I command. I create. I attract. I am. Feel each phrase resonate through your body. Notice how different words create different sensations. Practice speaking from your solar plexus rather than your throat, allowing your voice to carry the full weight of your intention. Now state your desires using these command words, maintaining the same resonant tone. Feel each declaration vibrate into the universe, knowing it carries the frequency of absolute certainty. Repeat this practice daily, gradually increasing the authority and resonance in your voice until your words naturally carry the vibration of manifestation. As you strengthen this sacred connection between intention and sound, you'll notice your declarations becoming more powerful, more assured. Each session builds upon the last, training your voice to become an instrument of creation, awakening the ancient power that lies dormant within your spoken word. Chapter 12. Speaking in the Present. In the candlelit study of her ancestral home, Beatrice Ainsley paced back and forth, reciting her familiar litany. One day I will be wealthy. Soon I shall have abundance. When the time is right, prosperity will come. For years she had spoken these words into the silence, watching as that promised future remained eternally distant. One evening, as she gazed at her reflection in an antique mirror, she noticed something peculiar. Her shoulders hunched forward, as if reaching toward a perpetually retreating horizon. Her very posture embodied the distance she had placed between herself and her desires. Words hold power beyond mere meaning. They shape the very fabric of time around you. When you speak of your desires as future events, you create an energetic pattern that maintains them in that unreachable tomorrow. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you declare as present reality. Every time you say, "I will," you push your desires further into an endless future. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, maintains this gap you have created. It cannot deliver what you have specifically placed ahead of you, always just beyond your grasp. Beatrice discovered this truth when she began speaking differently. I am wealthy. Abundance flows through my life now. Prosperity surrounds me in this moment. The shift was subtle yet profound. Her energy changed instantly, her posture straightened, her eyes brightened, and her voice carried a new authority. The present moment declaration. Sit in absolute stillness. Feel the power of this exact moment, the only point in time where manifestation occurs. Now take each of your desires and transform them into present reality statements. Speak them as absolute truths existing now. Instead of "I will be successful," declare "I am successful." Rather than "money will come to me," state "money flows to me now." Replace "I hope to find love" with "love embraces me in this moment." Speak each declaration 3 times, allowing your voice to resonate with the certainty of present-time truth. Feel the reality of your words in your body, in your breath, in the space around you. Let each statement anchor itself into the now, the only moment where true power resides. The universe knows only the present moment. When you align your speech with this truth, you activate forces that manifest your desires not in some distant future, but in the eternal now. This sacred principle echoes through the ages. The power of now shapes reality with every breath, every thought, every word you speak. By declaring your desires as present facts, you harmonize with the universe's own language, allowing its infinite wisdom to flow through you and crystallize your intentions into form. Chapter 13. The Rhythm of Repetition. In the quiet hours before dawn, Oswald Hargrove found himself humming a melody, the same tune that had followed him for days. As he prepared his morning tea, he realized he could recall every word of songs he had heard decades ago, yet struggled to remember his own carefully crafted affirmations. The tune sparked a revelation. His mind had accepted these melodies without resistance, through the simple power of repetition. The songs had become part of his being, not through force, but through gentle, persistent rhythm. The subconscious mind accepts what it hears repeatedly. Like water shaping stone, words spoken in steady rhythm carve pathways in your inner landscape. This ancient truth lies at the heart of manifestation. What you repeat becomes your reality. Each thought you think, each word you speak sends ripples through the quantum field of creation. But singular ripples fade. It is the steady rhythm, the consistent repetition, that transforms these ripples into waves of manifestation. Oswald began an experiment. Rather than fighting against his mind's natural tendency toward rhythm, he worked with it. He took his desires and set them to the cadence of his breath. Abundance flows through me. Abundance flows through me. Abundance flows through me. The rhythmic imprint practice. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Choose words that resonate with your deepest truth, a statement of power that aligns with your desires. Begin speaking this truth in rhythm with your breath. Inhale deeply, then speak your words. Allow them to flow with natural cadence. Repeat this cycle 33 times. Feel each repetition sinking deeper beyond conscious thought into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Let your voice become a drum, beating your intention into the very fabric of your being. This is not mere repetition, it is programming at the quantum level. Each cycle strengthens the energetic pattern until your chosen reality becomes the only possibility your subconscious mind recognizes. The ancient mystics understood this power, passed down through countless generations of seekers and sages. They knew that words, when aligned with breath and repeated with unwavering focus, become seeds planted in the garden of infinite possibility. Through steady repetition, these seeds take root in the fertile soil of consciousness, growing into the very experiences you seek to manifest. Like master gardeners of reality, they recognize that each carefully chosen word, synchronized with the sacred rhythm of breath, carries the divine force of creation itself. Through this practice, they transformed mere sounds into vessels of pure manifestation. Before we get into the next chapter, you can download a free ebook version of this audiobook using the link in the pinned comment below this video. Chapter 14. The secret name you call yourself that defines your fate. In the depths of winter, Archibald Langley sat alone in his study, surrounded by unpaid bills and rejection letters. His whispered words echoed in the empty room. "I am a failure." As he spoke these words, the universe listened and obeyed. For years, Archibald had unknowingly wielded the most potent creative force in existence, the divine declaration, "I am." Each time he completed this phrase with words of limitation, he sealed his fate with cosmic authority. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, could only reflect back what he proclaimed himself to be. I am carries the essence of creation itself. When you speak these words, you invoke the same power that set the stars in motion. They are the key that unlocks the door between potential and manifestation. Whatever follows I am becomes your reality, not through chance, but through universal law. Each time you declare I am, you stand at the threshold of creation. These words hold the power to reshape your entire existence, for they are the direct language of the divine speaking through you. The universe knows no difference between what you desire and what you declare. It simply manifests what follows these sacred words. Archibald's awakening came through an ancient text that revealed this truth. He learned that I am statements were not mere affirmations, but commands to the cosmic forces that shape reality. With trembling voice, he began to speak new truths. I am abundance incarnate. I am success embodied. I am divine potential expressed. The sacred I am practice. Sit in perfect stillness, spine straight, eyes closed. Place your hands over your heart, connecting with the divine presence within. Speak these words with the authority of one who commands reality. I am, speak your chosen truth. Let each declaration resonate through your entire being. Feel the vibration of these words restructuring your energetic field. Repeat your chosen I am statement 7 times, allowing each repetition to sink deeper into your consciousness. Know that as you speak, the universe listens. Each I am declaration becomes a seal upon your destiny, a command that must be obeyed. Choose your words with the wisdom of one who understands their creative power. This is not mere positive thinking or empty affirmation. It is cosmic law in action, as ancient and immutable as the stars themselves. Through the power of I am, you activate the same creative force that brought worlds into being, the very essence that sparked the first light in darkness. You speak with the voice of creation itself, wielding the primal power that shaped the universe, and reality has no choice but to conform to your declaration. Like the divine breath that moved across the waters at the dawn of time, your words carry the authority to restructure the very fabric of existence. Chapter 15. The Formula of Divine Declarations. In the halls of an ancient library, Cornelius Braithwaite discovered a weathered manuscript that would transform his understanding of manifestation forever. As a mathematician, he had always believed in precise formulas, but this text revealed something far more powerful: the mathematical sequence of divine speech. For years, Cornelius had spoken affirmations without results, until he realized that words, like musical notes, required specific arrangement to unlock their full potential. The manuscript revealed that declarations followed a sacred order, first acknowledging divine presence, then stating the truth of being, and finally commanding manifestation. The universe responds to structured speech with mechanical precision. When you arrange your words in harmony with cosmic law, reality shifts not in months or years, but in moments. This is the hidden science of instantaneous manifestation, a formula as exact as any mathematical equation. The power lies not merely in what you say, but in how you sequence your declaration. Begin by anchoring your words in universal truth, then establish your divine identity, and finally state your command as an accomplished fact. This threefold pattern mirrors the very structure of creation itself. Cornelius tested this formula with remarkable results. Instead of saying, "I want success," he declared, "By divine authority, anchor, I am one with infinite abundance, identity, and success flows to me now, command." The universe responded with immediate precision, as though he had entered the correct code into existence itself. The ancient practice of structured declaration. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, grounding yourself in the earth's energy. Raise your hands to heart level, palms facing upward. Speak your declaration in this sequence. First, by the power of universal law. Second, I am one with divine creation. Third, and so it is that state your desire in present tense. Repeat this sequence 3 times, allowing each word to resonate fully before proceeding. Feel the vibration of each phrase aligning with the mathematical precision of the universe. The exact arrangement of these words creates a vibrational key that unlocks immediate manifestation. Like a combination to a cosmic vault when spoken in proper sequence, these declarations access the very matrix of reality. Each syllable resonates with the fundamental frequencies of creation itself, setting into motion waves of divine energy that ripple through the fabric of existence. Just as a master locksmith knows precisely how each tumbler must fall, these sacred phrases, when intoned with pure intention, align the invisible mechanisms of universal law. Chapter 16. The Frequency of Gratitude. In a modest apartment overlooking the city, Genevieve Hartley knelt each night, hands clasped, desperately pleading with the universe for abundance. "Please, please let me have more," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. Yet with each prayer of lack, her circumstances grew bleaker. One evening, as she prepared for her nightly ritual of begging, an old silver-framed mirror caught her attention. In its reflection, she saw not just herself, but every possession she owned. Suddenly, a realization struck her with the force of lightning. She had been speaking the language of scarcity all along. The universe mirrors back precisely what we project. When you speak from emptiness, saying, "I need," "I want," "Please give me," you broadcast the frequency of absence. This very vibration ensures that need, want, and absence persist. It is an immutable law, like attracts like, and the energy of yearning can only create more yearning. Genevieve's transformation began the moment she shifted her speech from pleading to proclaiming. Instead of saying, "I wish I had enough," she declared, "I am blessed with abundance." Rather than begging for prosperity, she gave thanks for the wealth flowing into her life. Her words became a celebration of having, rather than a lament of lacking. This is the hidden key. Abundance responds not to requests, but to recognition. When you speak as though you already possess what you desire, the universe aligns to match your declaration. It is not about denying current circumstances, but about elevating your speech to the frequency of fulfillment. The gratitude speech ritual: stand before a mirror at sunrise or sunset. Place your hands over your heart, connecting with the wealth that already exists within you. Speak these words with the certainty of one who knows their worth. I give thanks for the abundance that flows endlessly into my life. I am grateful for the prosperity that surrounds me now. I appreciate the infinite riches that are mine to receive. I celebrate the wealth that circulates through my experience. I acknowledge the boundless blessings that grace my path. Speak each statement 3 times, allowing your voice to resonate with the truth of having rather than the emptiness of wanting. Feel the vibration of gratitude emanating from every cell of your being. Let your words carry the energy of celebration rather than supplication. As you speak, envision the abundance you acknowledge already flowing through your life in countless forms. Your gratitude becomes a magnetic force, drawing forth ever greater manifestations of prosperity. With each repetition, your certainty grows stronger, transforming mere words into powerful declarations of truth that shape your reality. Chapter 17: The Reverse Technique. In the depths of winter, Rupert Henshaw walked through his empty mansion, his mind echoing with familiar whispers. "You'll lose everything. You're not worthy of success. It's all going to fall apart." Each thought carved deeper grooves into his consciousness until these mental pathways became well-worn tracks of despair. One morning, as he gazed at his reflection, a different voice emerged, not from his mind, but from an ancient knowing within his heart. The moment a negative thought arose, he spoke its opposite with unwavering authority. "I am losing everything" transformed instantly into "I am gaining abundantly." "I don't deserve this" became "I am worthy of all good things." The universe responds to every thought with exact precision, manifesting mirror images of our internal dialogue. When you allow negative self-talk to persist, you unknowingly command creation to match that frequency. But within the space between thought and manifestation lies your power to redirect destiny. The key is immediate reversal. Do not grant negative thoughts time to take root. The moment a limiting belief surfaces, speak its opposite with absolute conviction. This is not mere positive thinking. It is the active rewiring of universal forces. Each thought carries a vibrational signature. When you counter low-frequency thoughts with high-frequency declarations, you create an energetic override. This instant transformation prevents negative seeds from germinating in the fertile soil of your consciousness. The reverse technique. Sit in silence with your spine straight. Close your eyes and observe your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, speak its opposite aloud immediately. Transform "I can't" into "I am capable," "I'm not enough" into "I am complete," "I always fail" into "I succeed naturally." "Things never work out" into "Everything aligns perfectly." Speak each reversal with such authority that it drowns out the original thought. Feel the shift in your energy as you claim this higher truth. Let your voice carry the power to rewrite reality itself. Your words are not mere sounds. They are commands to the universe, vibrations that ripple through the fabric of reality itself. By instantly reversing negative self-talk, you prevent undesired manifestations before they take form, cutting off limitation at its very root. This practice of immediate transformation ensures that only your highest intentions shape your path, allowing the pure light of possibility to illuminate your way forward. Like a master gardener tending to precious soil, you carefully cultivate only those thought seeds that will bloom into the magnificent reality you deserve. Chapter 18. The Power of Silence Between Words. In the bustling marketplace of the old city, Ethel Whitcomb stood like an island of calm. While others rushed to fill the air with endless chatter, she measured each word as though it were gold. When she finally spoke, her voice carried a weight that commanded attention, not through volume or force, but through the profound silence that preceded it. Between her words lay spaces vast as oceans, moments where the universe itself seemed to lean in and listen. Those who sought her wisdom often found themselves transformed not by what she said, but by the stillness that surrounded her speech. Your words possess more power when they emerge from silence. Like a stone dropped into still waters, each utterance creates ripples that shape reality. But when you speak without pause, your words crash against each other, diluting their force and muddying their intent. The ancient masters understood this truth. Silence is not empty. It is the fertile void from which all creation springs. When you allow space between your words, you give the universe time to receive and respond to each vibration you send forth. Think of your speech as music. Just as the spaces between notes give meaning to a melody, the silence between your words amplifies their resonance. Each pause allows your declaration to settle into the fabric of reality, embedding itself more deeply than a rush of endless speech ever could. The power of vocal stillness. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Speak this simple phrase, "I am abundance," but speak it differently. Let 3 breaths pass between each word. Feel how "I" settles into the universe before "am" emerges. Let abundance arise only when the previous words have fully rippled through space. Notice how each word carries greater weight, how the silence amplifies its power. This is not mere patience. It is the art of allowing your words to fully manifest before sending forth the next creative command. Through this practice, you will discover that less speech, delivered with intention and surrounded by silence, holds more manifestation power than 1,000 carelessly spoken words. Like Ethel, you will learn to let silence become your ally in creation, magnifying the potency of every utterance. The vocal stillness exercise. Choose 3 words that represent your deepest desire, words that resonate with the very essence of your soul's longing. Stand before a mirror in a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Ground yourself with several deep breaths until you feel centered and present. Speak each word with deliberate slowness, allowing 3 full breaths between them. Notice how the first word hangs in the air, how its energy ripples outward through space. Feel the vibration of each word as it moves through your body and into the universe around you. Let the silence embrace and amplify your declaration, creating a sacred vessel for your intention. Practice this sequence 3 times, observing how the power of your words grows stronger with each mindful pause. Watch your reflection as you speak, noting how your presence becomes more commanding, more aligned with each repetition. The mirror serves as both witness and amplifier, reflecting back to you the growing authority of your creative voice. Chapter 19. The Commanding Voice of Unshakable Faith. In the grand halls of his estate, Reginald Fortescue never questioned whether his words would manifest. He knew with absolute certainty that they would. When he spoke of prosperity, it wasn't a wish or a hope, it was a declaration of what already existed in his mind. The universe, he often said, doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to commands delivered with unwavering certainty. His voice carried no trace of doubt, no hidden fears lurking beneath the surface. Each word emerged as pure truth, already accomplished in the spiritual realm before materializing in the physical. You see, most people speak their desires with an undercurrent of uncertainty. They say, "I am wealthy," while their inner voice whispers maybe or hopefully. This division between speech and belief creates a fracture in the manifestation process, allowing doubt to seep in and corrupt the creative force of their words. The secret lies not in the words themselves, but in the absolute conviction behind them. When you speak with true authority, there is no gap between declaration and belief. They are one unified force. This is the final evolution of vibrational speech, where your words become law simply because you know they are law. The conviction speech exercise: stand before a mirror in complete solitude, look deeply into your own eyes, and speak these words. I command the universe through my speech. Say it once, then pause. Notice any flicker of doubt in your expression, any hesitation in your voice. Now speak it again, this time eliminating all uncertainty from your tone. Continue this process until your words ring with pure authority. Next, state your most important desire as though it were already accomplished. But here's the crucial element. You must speak with such conviction that questioning its truth becomes impossible. Your words should carry the same certainty as stating that the sun rises in the east. Repeat this declaration until you feel the shift from hoping to knowing, from wishing to commanding. The key is not to convince yourself of anything. It is to speak from a place of already knowing. Let your voice carry the weight of absolute truth, for in the realm of spirit, your conviction is the only authority needed. Just as you need no proof that water is wet or fire burns, your declarations should emerge from that same wellspring of unshakable certainty. When you align your words with this deeper knowing, you tap into the very force that shapes reality itself. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you know in the depths of your being to be true. Chapter 20. The Second Ritual of Power. In the quiet hours before dawn, Miriam Pendleton stood in her garden, surrounded by morning mist. For years, she had spoken of change, yet her words had drifted away like leaves in the wind. But on this day, something shifted within her soul. She had discovered an ancient text that spoke of the power of ceremonial declaration, a sacred ritual where words, once spoken, became bound to reality through divine law. The text revealed that timing, intention, and ceremonial structure created an unbreakable covenant with the universe. You see, casual words float in the ether, but words spoken in ceremony anchor themselves into the fabric of creation. They become sealed in the book of life, commanding manifestation with supernatural force. Miriam chose the hour when night surrenders to day, the moment of transition when the veil between worlds grows thin. She wrote her declarations on parchment with unwavering hand, each word carefully chosen to reflect her desired reality. As the first ray of sunlight touched the horizon, she began to speak. Her voice, though soft, carried the authority of one who knows their divine right to create. She spoke not as one hoping or wishing, but as one who understood the immutable laws of manifestation. Each declaration emerged from her lips with the force of natural law, as inevitable as gravity itself. Within days, the world around her began to shift. Opportunities appeared as if summoned by an unseen hand. Doors that had remained locked for years suddenly opened wide. Her words, empowered by ceremonial intent, had set in motion forces beyond ordinary understanding. The second ritual of power requires similar precision. Find a space where you won't be disturbed as day breaks. Write your declarations, not wishes or hopes, but statements of what is now true in your life. Let each word carry the weight of divine law. Stand facing the rising sun. Hold your written declarations in both hands. Speak each one aloud 3 times, allowing silence between each repetition. Your voice must carry the certainty of one who commands reality itself. After the final declaration, burn the paper, releasing your words into the universe as immutable truth. This ritual creates an energetic seal, binding your spoken word to the creative force of the universe. It transforms mere statements into cosmic law, accelerating manifestation with supernatural speed. Just as Miriam's life transformed through this sacred act, your reality will align with the truth you declare. Remember, this is not a plea to the universe, but a commanding of what is rightfully yours. Speak with the authority of one who knows their words shape reality itself. Let your voice resonate with the power of absolute certainty, for you are not asking permission but declaring what already exists in the divine realm. Just as a king need not beg to exercise his sovereignty, you need not doubt your right to manifest that which you seek. Part 3. Mastering the Universal Dialogue, Becoming a True Creator. Chapter 21. The Cosmic Agreement. In the bustling marketplace of life, Everett Langston moved through his days, speaking without thought or intention. His words flowed freely, scattered like seeds in the wind, some bearing fruit he desired, others yielding circumstances he never meant to create. One autumn evening, while organizing his grandfather's library, he discovered a weathered manuscript bound in leather. Its pages contained wisdom passed down through generations, revealing the sacred covenant between speech and universal law. As Everett studied the ancient text, he began to notice patterns in his life that mirrored his habitual speech. When he spoke of struggle, struggle manifested. When he declared abundance, prosperity followed. The universe, he realized, was not some distant force, but an ever-present mirror, reflecting his words back into physical form. The manuscript taught that every utterance creates a ripple in the cosmic fabric, initiating an unspoken agreement with the universe. Like a merchant who honors every transaction, the universe fulfills every spoken word with unwavering precision. It makes no distinction between conscious declaration and careless complaint. All words carry equal creative power. Through careful observation, Everett noticed how his casual remarks about never having enough time manifested as constant rushing and missed opportunities. His offhand comments about money being tight resulted in unexpected expenses and limited income. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, had been faithfully delivering exactly what he proclaimed. Armed with this knowledge, Everett began choosing his words with sacred intention. He understood that each phrase was not merely an expression of thought, but a binding agreement with the cosmic forces of creation. When he shifted from saying, "I can't afford it," to "I choose to invest elsewhere," his financial reality transformed accordingly. Your words, like Everett's, form contracts with the universe, each one sealed with the power of natural law. The universe responds not to what you wish for, but to what you declare as truth. It mirrors your speech with perfect accuracy, manifesting the reality you speak into existence. The practice, the cosmic agreement. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Take 3 deep breaths to center yourself. On a clean sheet of paper, write, "I, your name, hereby establish this sacred agreement with the universe." Below this heading, write 3 declarations that represent your highest truth. Begin each statement with, "I now speak into existence." Follow with precise present tense statements of what you choose to manifest. Stand facing east, hold your agreement at heart level, and speak each declaration aloud 3 times. Feel the weight of each word as it leaves your lips, knowing it now becomes cosmic law. Keep this agreement where you can see it daily, speaking it anew each morning as the sun rises. Remember, every word you speak is a binding clause in your ongoing contract with the universe. Chapter 22. How to Speak Wealth into Your Life. In the quiet corners of his modest apartment, Alistair Pembroke would mutter phrases like, "I can't afford it," and "money doesn't grow on trees." Each word reinforced the walls of limitation surrounding his life, though he knew not their power. One evening, while counting loose change for his dinner, he encountered an elderly merchant who spoke differently about wealth. This sage figure never pleaded with money, he commanded it. His words carried no trace of doubt, no hint of struggle. Instead of saying, "I hope to afford," he declared, "I choose to acquire." Rather than lamenting expenses, he spoke of investments. The merchant shared an ancient truth. Money, like all energy, flows toward those who speak its language. This language consists not of begging or yearning, but of calm certainty. When Alistair spoke of financial hardship, he was unknowingly instructing the universe to maintain that very condition. Following the merchant's guidance, Alistair began to shift his vocabulary. "I'm broke" became, "I am a magnet for abundance." "I can't afford it" transformed into, "I allocate my wealth wisely." With each new phrase, his relationship with money transformed. Opportunities appeared, unexpected income flowed, and his bank account began to reflect his reformed speech. Through this metamorphosis, Alistair discovered that wealth responds not to volume, but to vibration. Speaking of money with reverence and expectation, rather than fear and scarcity, altered the very frequency of his being. The universe, ever faithful to his declarations, began delivering circumstances that matched his new financial dialogue. The practice, the wealth command. Sit in absolute stillness as the sun rises. Place a coin or bill in your right hand, feeling its energy. Speak these words with unwavering authority. "I now speak in the language of abundance. Money flows to me through expected and unexpected channels. I am a natural receiver of wealth. Every transaction increases my prosperity. I speak these words as immutable law." Repeat this command 3 times each morning, allowing each word to resonate with absolute certainty. Your voice must carry the tone of one who knows that wealth is not a possibility, but a present reality. Continue this practice for 21 days without interruption, speaking as one who commands rather than requests. The universe will align with your new financial frequency, transforming your words into tangible abundance. Each day strengthens the vibration of wealth around you, creating an unbreakable bond between your consciousness and the infinite flow of prosperity. Remember that you are not asking for permission. You are declaring your divine right to abundance with the authority of one who knows their true power. As you complete these 21 days, you will find that your relationship with money has fundamentally shifted, opening channels of wealth you never before perceived. Chapter 23. How to speak love and deep connection into your life. In a small seaside town, Evangeline Whitmore would gaze at happy couples passing by, whispering to herself, "Why can't I find someone? And love always eludes me." Each utterance wove an invisible barrier between her and the very connection she sought. Her words carried a frequency of absence, painting pictures of loneliness that the universe faithfully reflected. "I'll probably die alone," she would say, unaware that these casual statements were commands to the cosmic forces that shape our reality. Then one autumn evening, while arranging flowers in her shop, an old woman entered. Instead of purchasing blooms, she shared wisdom that would transform Evangeline's life. "Your mouth speaks separation," the woman observed, "and so separation finds you. Speak as though love already embraces you, and watch how swiftly it appears." This simple truth sparked a revolution in Evangeline's consciousness. She began to notice how her speech patterns pushed away the very love she desired. "I'm still single" became, "I am preparing for my perfect match." "Nobody wants me" transformed into, "I am deeply loved and cherished." As her words shifted, so did the energy she emanated. Her presence began to radiate the frequency of fulfilled love rather than desperate seeking. The universe, responding to this new vibration, rearranged circumstances to match her transformed declarations. The practice, the love invocation. Find a quiet space as twilight approaches. Light a rose-colored candle and place your hand over your heart. Speak these words with the certainty of one who knows love's presence. "I am love embodied. Deep, fulfilling connection flows naturally to me. I speak the language of the heart, and the universe responds with perfect alignment. Every cell of my being radiates pure love. I attract relationships that mirror my inner worth." As I speak these words, love's presence grows stronger within and around me. Repeat this invocation 3 times, allowing each word to resonate through your entire being. Your voice must carry the warmth of one who knows love's embrace, not the yearning of one who lacks it. This is not a plea, but a declaration of what already exists. Perform this practice daily for 40 days, speaking from a place of love's presence rather than its absence. Your words will restructure the energetic field around you, creating a magnetic force that naturally draws meaningful connections into your life. Chapter 24. How to speak health and vitality into your body. In a dimly lit hospital room, Benedict Hawthorne received news that would alter the course of his existence. "Your condition is deteriorating," the doctors told him, their words falling like heavy stones into the pool of his consciousness. Each diagnosis, each prognosis became a weight, dragging him deeper into illness. Yet in that moment of darkness, he remembered an ancient scroll he'd once translated during his years as a linguistics professor. It spoke of how the human body responds to the vibration of spoken words, how every cell contains receptors that resonate with the frequencies we generate through speech. "I am whole," he began whispering to himself, replacing the litany of symptoms with declarations of vitality. "My body knows perfect harmony." Each morning, he would stand before his mirror, speaking directly to his cells as though they were eager listeners. The core truth unveiled itself. The body is a repository of energy, constantly responding to the commands we give it through our words. When we speak of illness, we reinforce its presence. When we declare health, we activate the body's innate healing wisdom. Through Benedict's transformation, a profound principle emerged. The language of healing must be spoken in the present tense, with unwavering certainty. I am becoming healthy carries a different vibration than I am the embodiment of perfect health. The former implies a journey toward wellness. The latter commands its immediate presence. The healing speech technique. Stand before a mirror in the first light of dawn. Place your right hand over the area of your body that seeks renewal. Speak these words with the authority of one who commands the very forces of life. I speak directly to the intelligence within my cells. You are vibrant, powerful, and in perfect harmony. Every breath draws in pure life force. Every heartbeat distributes perfect health throughout my being. I am whole, I am vital, I am renewed. My body responds instantly to these commands of wholeness. Repeat this declaration 3 times, allowing each word to resonate through your physical form. Your voice must carry the certainty of one who knows health as their natural state, not the desperation of one seeking healing. This is not a request, but a reminder to your body of its innate perfection. Chapter 25. How to speak opportunities and luck into your path. In the bustling marketplace of Alexandria, Bartholomew Sinclair watched as others seemed to stumble upon fortune while he remained untouched by fate's favor. A merchant for 20 years, he had always attributed success to mere chance, until the day he overheard an old sage speaking to his apprentice. Fortune is not blind, the sage declared. It follows the trail of those who speak its name with certainty. That evening, Bartholomew reflected on his own words. Just my luck, he would mutter when deals fell through. These things never work out for me, he'd declare before even attempting a venture. His language had been crafting his reality, steering fortune away from his path. The truth reveals itself with startling clarity. Luck is not a capricious force, but a response to vibrational alignment. Those who speak of themselves as blessed attract blessing. Those who declare themselves fortunate find fortune pursuing them with remarkable consistency. Through deliberate speech, Bartholomew began reshaping his relationship with opportunity. I am a magnet for good fortune, he would state each morning. Favorable circumstances align themselves for my highest good. His words became bridges between possibility and manifestation. As his language shifted, so did his reality. Chance meetings led to profitable partnerships. Wrong turns guided him to unexpected treasures. What others called coincidence, he recognized as the natural outcome of speaking fortune into existence. The fortune script: stand facing the rising sun, arms outstretched in reception. With the conviction of one who commands the winds of fate, speak these words. I declare myself a beacon for divine opportunity. Fortune flows to me through every channel, seen and unseen. Each step I take leads to advantage. Each conversation opens new doors. I am surrounded by an aura of luck that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary possibilities. The universe conspires in my favor, bringing perfect circumstances at the perfect time. I am blessed. I am fortunate. I am divinely guided to success. Let each word resonate with absolute certainty, for the universe responds not to hope, but to unwavering knowing. Repeat this declaration at dawn and dusk, allowing no trace of doubt to dilute its power. Chapter 26. How to speak away fear, doubt, and resistance. In the depths of winter, Lysander Fairfax stood before his mirror. confronting the reflection of a man bound by his own words. "I can't," he would whisper. "What if I fail?" he would mutter. Each utterance strengthened the chains of limitation that held him in place. Then one stormy evening, while seeking shelter in an ancient library, he discovered a weathered manuscript that spoke of the voice's power over fear. The yellowed pages revealed a truth that would transform his existence. Fear exists only through the breath of words that give it life. When you speak of fear as though it holds authority, you bow before an illusion of your own creation. The universe responds not to the fear itself, but to your declaration of its power over you. Every time you voice your limitations, you carve them deeper into the fabric of reality. The ancient practice of verbal transmutation teaches that fear dissolves when confronted with words of power. Just as darkness cannot exist in the presence of light, fear cannot maintain its grip when met with declarations of courage and capability. Through this wisdom, Lysander began to transform his dialogue with fear. Instead of "I am afraid," he would declare "I am powerful." Where once he said "I cannot," he now proclaimed "I am capable." His words became swords, cutting through the illusion of limitation. The fear dissolution practice. Stand in solitude, eyes closed, hands placed over your heart. Speak these words with the authority of one who commands reality. "I acknowledge these shadows of doubt, but they hold no power over my being. I transmute every fear into fuel for my advancement. Where there was hesitation, I now stand in certainty. Where there was doubt, I now embody confidence. I declare myself free from all limitations, real or imagined. My words now carry only the frequency of courage, capability, and unwavering faith in my power. I am the master of my reality, and I choose strength over fear." Repeat this declaration 3 times, each time speaking with greater conviction. Feel the vibration of each word dissolving the old patterns of fear, replacing them with unshakable confidence. Chapter 27. The Alchemy of the Divine Word. In the heart of an ancient monastery, Marguerite Winfield watched as an elderly sage transformed a withered garden into a flourishing paradise through nothing but spoken words. The sage's voice carried a peculiar resonance. Each syllable seemed to ripple through the air like stones cast into still water. For years, Marguerite had studied the manifestation arts, but this was different. The sage's words didn't merely describe reality, they commanded it. Through careful observation, she discovered that certain combinations of sounds, spoken with precise rhythm and intention, created immediate changes in the physical world. The secret lay not in the words themselves, but in their vibrational structure. Each divine decree followed a sacred pattern. First, a word of power to open the universal gateway. Then, a declaration of present reality. And finally, a seal of completion that locked the intention into form. This ancient technique transcended mere affirmation. It was a form of cosmic alchemy, where properly structured speech transformed etheric energy into physical reality. The sages called it the voice of creation, speaking as the universe itself speaks with absolute certainty and creative force. The Divine Word Alchemy Ritual. Find a place of silence before sunrise. Stand facing east, arms raised in reception. Begin with the gateway sound, a held for 3 breaths. Then speak your divine decree following this structure. By the power of the eternal word, gateway, I stand in the reality where state your desire in present tense, declaration. It is done, it is sealed, it is manifested now. Seal. Speak each section with increasing intensity. allowing the vibration of your voice to resonate through your entire being. Feel each word as a ripple of creation moving through the universe. Complete the ritual by touching the earth, grounding your declaration into physical form. This practice must be performed for 7 consecutive days, speaking with such conviction that doubt becomes impossible. The universe has no choice but to reshape itself around your words, for you speak with the voice of creation itself. Chapter 28. How to Speak Miracles into Existence. In a small village among ancient hills, Jonathan Fairfax witnessed something that defied explanation. An elderly woman, known only as the Oracle, spoke 3 words into the gathering storm clouds, and they parted instantly, revealing pristine blue skies. This moment awakened something within Jonathan. He had studied manifestation for years, but this was different. The Oracle's words carried a quality he had never encountered, a resonance that seemed to command reality itself. Through patient observation and dedicated practice, Jonathan uncovered the hidden elements that transformed ordinary speech into miracle-commanding decrees. It wasn't the words themselves that held power, but the state of consciousness from which they emerged. The Oracle spoke from a place of absolute knowing, where doubt had no foothold and limitation held no meaning. The key lay in speaking from beyond the realm of probability. While others asked or hoped, those who commanded miracles spoke from a dimension where the extraordinary was natural. Their words didn't request. They decreed with such authority that the universe itself bowed in response. Jonathan learned that miracle speech required 3 elements: absolute certainty, divine authority, and transcendent vision. When these merged in spoken declaration, the impossible became inevitable. He discovered that each miracle command must originate from a state of elevated consciousness, where physical laws were mere suggestions, not binding rules. The miracle command practice: find a sacred space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply until you feel yourself rising above ordinary consciousness. When you sense a state of divine connection, speak these words with unwavering authority. Through the power vested in my divine nature, I command the extraordinary to manifest now. State your miracle with absolute certainty. It is done, it is accomplished, it is made manifest. Speak as though you hold the authority of the universe itself. Feel each word resonating with creative force, knowing that as you speak, reality reshapes itself to accommodate your command. Your voice must carry the weight of absolute knowing, where doubt cannot exist and limitation holds no power. Let your words flow with the certainty of cosmic law, each syllable charged with the infinite potential that exists at the heart of creation. When you speak your miracle command, allow your entire being to vibrate with the unshakable truth that what you decree must manifest, for you are channeling the very power that birthed worlds into existence. Chapter 29. The Ultimate Command. In the depths of an ancient library, Nathaniel Dunce discovered a weathered manuscript that spoke of a single sentence, one that held the power to instantly reshape reality. The text described how masters throughout history had wielded this phrase to manifest their deepest desires without delay or resistance. Through years of study and practice, Nathaniel uncovered why certain combinations of words carried such immense creative force. He learned that when specific vibrations merged with unwavering conviction, they created a resonance that the universe could not deny. The secret lay not in complexity, but in absolute simplicity. The most powerful command was one that aligned perfectly with universal law, speaking directly to the creative force that governs all existence. This sentence bypassed the usual delays of manifestation, creating an immediate bridge between thought and form. What Nathaniel discovered was that the ultimate command combined three essential elements: divine authority, present tense reality, and absolute completion. When these merged in perfect harmony, spoken with complete certainty, reality had no choice but to conform. The ultimate command practice. Center yourself in complete stillness. Rise into a state of divine knowing where you are one with the creative force of the universe. Then, with all the authority of your divine nature, speak these words: I am that I am, and so it is. This phrase must be spoken with the full weight of your being, understanding that I am represents your divine nature, while that connects to your desire, and the final I am seals it as accomplished fact. The so it is serves as the universal signature marking your declaration as cosmic law. Speak this command once with absolute finality. Feel its vibration rippling through every cell of your being, knowing that as these words leave your lips, reality itself begins to shift. This is not a request or a hope. It is a declaration of what is, spoken from the throne of your divine authority. Let each syllable carry the weight of cosmic truth, resonating with the very fabric of creation. In this sacred moment you stand as both creator and witness, channeling the infinite power that has always resided within you, waiting to be awakened through this supreme act of spiritual sovereignty. Chapter 30. The third ritual of power. Henrietta Ravensdale ascended the ancient stone steps of her private sanctuary as the first rays of dawn painted the sky. For years she had studied the art of spoken creation, mastering each level of vibrational command. Yet she knew that true mastery required one final step, a ritual so potent it would permanently alter her relationship with reality itself. In her hands she carried a leather-bound journal containing every word she had ever spoken into existence. Each page chronicled her journey from hesitant seeker to conscious creator. But now, standing in the sacred space she had prepared, Henrietta understood that all previous declarations were merely preparation for this moment. The universe had revealed to her that mastery comes not from the quantity of words spoken, but from the absolute finality with which they are delivered. When speech transcends hope and enters the realm of unshakable knowing, reality has no choice but to conform. The third ritual of power requires more than mere speaking. It demands that you stand as a sovereign creator, fully embodying the truth that your words are not requests to the universe, but commands from within it. Through this ritual, you declare your new reality not as something to be achieved, but as something that already exists. Before you lies the culmination of your journey into spoken creation. This ritual must be performed in a space of complete silence, where your words can ripple uninterrupted through the fabric of existence. The third ritual of power. Begin by writing your desired reality in your own hand, using only present tense declarations. Stand facing the rising sun, your feet planted firmly upon the earth. Place one hand over your heart and raise the other to the sky. Speak these words with the full force of your divine authority. By the power vested in my divine nature, I now speak my reality into eternal form. What I declare exists. What I command manifests. What I speak becomes. My words are law. My speech is creation. My voice is power. Through this ritual, I seal my mastery of spoken creation and claim my birthright as a conscious creator of reality. Then read aloud your written declaration 3 times, first as a whisper, letting the words float gently upon the morning breeze. Then in your natural voice, allowing your truth to resonate in perfect harmony with your being, and finally with commanding authority that echoes through the chambers of the universe. Feel each reading building in power, each repetition awakening deeper layers of your divine creative force. After the third reading, seal the ritual by speaking with absolute certainty and unwavering conviction. It is done, it is done, it is done, right? If you enjoyed this audiobook, I created a free ebook version for you. You can download it using the link in the pinned comment. Conclusion. As you close these pages, know that you have uncovered more than ancient wisdom. You have awakened to your true nature as a creator through speech. The words you speak are no longer mere expressions of thought, but divine commands that shape the very fabric of existence. From this moment forward, your voice carries the weight of universal law. Each syllable you utter ripples through the cosmos, arranging circumstances, opportunities, and realities in perfect alignment with your declarations. This is not a gift bestowed upon you, but a remembrance of what has always been true. The universe has never been separate from you. It is the canvas upon which your words paint reality. Every whisper, every declaration, every spoken truth becomes manifest through the natural law of vibrational creation. You have learned that casual speech creates casual results, while intentional declarations birth intentional realities. Your journey through these teachings has transformed you from an unconscious speaker into a deliberate creator. You now understand why those who speak with authority command reality, while those who speak in doubt remain bound by their own hesitation. The difference lies not in the words themselves, but in the consciousness behind them. Remember that your voice is not merely a tool for communication. It is the instrument through which you conduct the symphony of your existence. Each word you speak sets in motion waves of creation that ripple outward, touching every aspect of your life. This power never sleeps, never wavers, and never fails to manifest exactly what you declare with conviction. Let every word that passes your lips be chosen with the wisdom of one who knows their creative force. Speak as though the universe hangs upon your every utterance, for indeed it does. Your voice has become one with the creative force that shapes worlds, and your words are the commands that reality must obey. You have graduated from the school of unconscious creation to become a master of spoken manifestation. The power has always been yours, but now you wield it with the precision and purpose of one who understands its true nature. Where once your words scattered like seeds in the wind, now they plant themselves with deliberate intention in the fertile soil of infinite possibility. Each syllable carries the weight of creation itself. Each phrase shapes the very fabric of your experience. Speak wisely, create infinitely, for your voice is now and forever the law by which your universe arranges itself. The ancient masters knew this truth, and now you stand among them, ready to orchestrate the symphony of your destiny through the sacred instrument of your spoken word. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.